Alright, and what is up everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE live stream that we're going to be doing today. I wanted to first and foremost say terribly sorry about the content yesterday, guys, on the channel. Like, it was the crossover from Sunday to Monday, and that's usually always the roughest for me because I'm at my mom's house all day, you know, so I drive across town, I'm at my mom's house all day, and then I fell asleep at my mom's house during the football games, and it was just... It just didn't work out right, you know, in terms of content, getting stuff ready. So I only had, I think I made a video when I got back home last night, and then I only made 2 videos yesterday and no live streams. So that's kind of underneath what I usually like to put out on PlayerEssence. I usually like to do at least 4 videos total, like, you know, whether that's a combination of live streams and videos, you know, whatever the case is. So we're back on track today for Tuesday. I think that's the first time that I've actually missed more than 2 videos, probably like since sometime last year, since probably early last year. So it's been about a year, pretty much every, or no, I probably said mid last year. Sorry, mid last year. There was a summer where I was on vacation, which once again, I'll never take another vacation again. I'll never take another long vacation again. I'll take vacations on the weekend, you know, where like I'll have some content for you guys, but I'll never take another long vacation again, like until like that's probably never gonna happen ever again. But anyway, or anytime in the near future. But anyway, I felt a little bad about the content, so we're getting back into the swing of things, guys. We've already had 2 videos up on the channel, so if you haven't checked those out, make sure you check it out after this live stream. We're gonna be going for about an hour and a half to about 12:30 p.m. PT my time, West Coast. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good live stream. Gonna have a lot of great content for you guys. Talk about some Metroid Prime 4, what you guys are looking forward to, Nintendo's definition of bounty hunting, if you haven't seen my previous video. We also have PE Arena as well today by 3:30 p.m. PT at 6:30 p.m. ET. So that should be a lot of fun with Splatoon 2. And then right after that is done, right at 5:30 when we're done, there's going to be a video uploaded on the channel talking about the God of War release date, my thoughts on the trailer, in addition to some other stuff where I talk about the Xbox Game Pass, and also a new member joining up Nintendo. So plenty of content for today. And once again, I'm terribly sorry about yesterday's content. It just didn't feel right. And the views and the subscriptions and everything were like way down yesterday, which makes sense. You know, I've been doing stuff for a certain way for a time, and then you have a dip. Obviously, as many people don't come in based on algorithms and things. So terribly sorry about that, guys. It was just some issues that I was having. I was pretty tired actually too from the week. I worked quite a bit, so just a combination of things. But we're back into it. I'm feeling a lot better today. And yeah, OJ's mom, wake up! You have content to make. you know, actually, my sister woke me up. She was like, "Wake up! Like we have people coming over, so go sleep in the room." And I looked at the time, and I was like, "Oh!" I looked at the time, dude, and it was like 7 something. I was like, "Oh, Steph, I gotta get home. Automate's gotta go to school tomorrow." So yeah, man, it was I fell asleep because you know what happened? We had we just had some good food, man. We had some good. I got hit with that food coma. Got hit with that food coma watching the NFC Championship games and AFC Championship games. So that's what happened, man. But anyway, how was mom's spaghetti? My mom didn't make any spaghetti. She made nothing. She made nothing. OJ, I didn't call in sick. I still worked yesterday, guys. Like, I still worked. I mean, I had 2 videos. It's not like I didn't do anything. Y'all making it seem as if I didn't like I didn't show up to work at all. Your boy showed up. I mean, I was working all day, but it was mainly like social media posts, and it was it's like social media, and it was some videos, and then once again I think I napped again. I fell asleep again after I picked up my daughter, and I fell asleep again. So it was just a bad Monday, not a very good Monday. But overall, anyway, I got this. And thanks for everyone who's watching. We got 141 people. If we can get, we're at 141 people. If we can get to 100 likes, man, that would be dope. So if you guys want to go ahead and hit that like button, that would be awesome. Let's get us trending a little bit. I know it's a little bit early, so most people aren't live streaming today. So if we can hit that like button, let's get this thing rolling. Let's go ahead and start off with some Metroid Prime 4, guys, and Nintendo's definition of bounty hunting. Well, I guess we'll start off with Metroid Prime 4. And then we'll start off with that. Then we'll go into the interview where Nintendo gives their definition of bounty hunter. So, Metroid Prime 4, this is one of the games. It's a potential 2018 title, right? We first heard about it at E3 last year. Everyone went crazy over a title screen. Like, it wasn't even like It wasn't even any like actual footage. We didn't even get to see Samus. I mean, heck, we got to see more at the Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem reveal trailer, even though that was just like recycled artwork. At least that was recycled artwork. All we got was Metroid Prime 4 and the title. And the reason why I'm bringing up Metroid Prime 4 and I want to talk about it in terms of the main focus, or one of the main focuses of this live stream, is I want to get you guys' opinions on what you want for this game. And I actually think this is something that I've been planning to do for a while in terms of getting you guys' opinions. But what do you want to see with this game? Because I feel that Metroid Prime 3, although very good, I think that that style that they were going for, the gameplay flow, the puzzles that they mix into there, the upgrades, how you get things, I think it's a bit washed. And what I mean by a bit washed, that it's a bit tiresome, it doesn't work as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Metroid Prime, you could still pick it up, play it today. It's a fantastic game to go back and play. But the style that they're going for and what they're doing, to me, is a bit dated. It's a bit washed and it's a bit dated. I'm not sure how well. I mean, it's gonna. I mean, obviously it would work, right? It would work. You put that style as far as Metroid Prime, you make it HD, you make it really good graphics like you can do on the Switch. Heck, even if it was like HD like Wii U, it would be amazing. But I want to see them take a little bit more of articulate flow to it. I want to see it a little bit more intricate, like when it comes to like the upgrades, when it comes to what you can do. And it kind of leads into the whole like idea of bounty hunting, because apparently there was an interview with the former Retro Studios staffer who worked on Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 and all that. And he talked about the multiplayer. He talked about a bunch of various different things. And one of the things that he said is that for Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, that they actually had a bounty hunter, like a real bounty hunter system set up. And like to where you could go, you can like collect on that mission, get the money or whatever, and then get stronger. So you actually get stronger from doing missions and taking on actual bounties. Like you travel around in Samus's ship, you go to different places, you actually collect bounties. And Nintendo was like, no, that's not a bounty hunter. And like, oh, that's not? And Nintendo's like, a bounty hunter is like a mercenary, to where someone hires you, pays you money, and then you go do what they tell you to do, which, that's not a bounty hunter. Like, I'm just like, Nintendo's definition of a bounty hunter is flipped. It's a mercenary. That is literally the definition of mercenary. Let me turn up my volume here. I don't know if my volume is good enough here. That is literally the definition of mercenary. Mercenary, for example, there's lots of games that you're a mercenary, right? I think there's Final Fantasy games where you're a mercenary. There's various games where you're a mercenary, and you'll usually have a large organization go to you in order to do something, or they'll get a group of people in order to do something. Like there's mercenary bands that fight in wars. I mean, mercenaries, like Naruto, the Akatsuki, they're mercenaries. They are hired by the large organizations to take out certain targets or to fight in wars. We're going to pay you this to do this. And that's seemingly what Samus does in almost like every single Metroid game. Samus is hired by this federation to go do this one particular thing that ends up doing a million different things and getting paid one flat fee for all the stuff that she does. So she's shorting herself because she kills multiple bosses, she does multiple things, and only gets paid one flat fee. Sometimes doesn't get paid at all. So I'm wondering, Samus, is she be giving those Galactic Federation discounts? Okay, she needs to start being a real bounty hunter, because I find it absolutely atrocious. You have all of this women's pay gap stuff, this stuff that we've been hearing in the real life here, where women are not getting paid enough as their counterparts. We've heard it all sorts, like who was it? Mark Wahlberg getting paid $1.5 million compared to the other girl that was there that got paid $1,000 for the reshoots. So we need to start having some equality pay here, because I'm pretty sure everyone else, if you're working in the Galactic Federation, if they tell you, hey, do this, you're gonna expect to get paid for each one of those big things that you're doing. How are you gonna sit here, kill like 10 bosses in this area and get one fee? I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, Samus needs to start sticking up for herself. And we need to start actually going on some real bounties, because I don't find Samus a bounty hunter. I find her which is which is just so funny. I find her a mercenary. I find Samus to be a mercenary because there's not been a single time where I've been able to collect on bounties in a Metroid game. There's been like nothing. I've never. Is there even any currency? Like, what is the currency that the Galactic Federation pays Samus, or that anybody pays her? Have you ever been able to spend a single dime that Samus has earned throughout her 20 years of bounty hunting? She's hunted some of the biggest and baddest enemies in the world, in the whole galaxy, and I haven't been able to spend a dime on hooking my girl up with something. Like, we need to have something here. We need to have something here. But anyway, what's poppin'? What's poppin', Zeno? What do you guys think about this? I just think that it's funny that Nintendo is like, oh, the world's most famous bounty hunter, and like, she's not hunting any bounties. She just doesn't get paid for all the work that she does. It's absolutely ridiculous. We need to start seeing some more progression with the system. I would really like to see what they're doing with that. I mean, God of War, not to try to relate God of War to Metroid, because they're obviously completely different, but God of War actually has an XP system that they built in this time around, which they've always had, like, orbs and stuff like that. So even if it was like a light progression, like, let's say the old God of War games, I'd even take that, like a light progression of the old God of War games. When you kill someone, you absorb some orbs or something, or whatever the case is. You can use those orbs to slightly power up certain things or to get new abilities. There needs to be some flow of progression in Metroid Prime, because I think the old flow of Samus goes to area, she loses equipment, gains back equipment. Like, that's something that I really don't feel like doing anymore. Like, I don't really feel like doing that anymore. I'd rather have my equipment and then be able to enhance that equipment even further by using funds acquired or by using power absorbed from enemies. I don't see why Samus must lose her equipment every single time, then be basically naked out there, and then, oh, you've got this, oh, you got that gameplay flow is, to me, just needs to be changed up just a bit. I would like to see it changed up just a bit. So shout outs to Bruce Miles hitting us with that young subscription. Thank you so much, homie. Welcome to the village. Everyone in chat, please make Bruce Miles feel very welcome here. So yeah, she gets paid in all those sweet power-ups she collects along the way. Okay, that's true. She does get paid. I mean, that's great. She gets paid with that. But then she just loses it, like, in the next mission. So she gets paid, then she loses it. We need some cash money. We need some cash money with this one, man. No more paid in the same power-ups. I mean, how many times can we lose the same power-ups and have to collect the same stuff over and over? You know, I mean, I would like to just see some more of a progression based on that, man. You crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm just telling it how it is, man. It's just, your girl isn't getting paid for anything. Like, how does she afford? Like, where does Samus go to eat? How does she afford anything? This Galactic Federation been screwing her over. I haven't seen her take one payment for anything. Like I said, Nintendo's idea of bounty hunting is just, I mean, what do you guys think? Okay, what do you guys think? I could have sworn, I could swear that a bounty hunter is someone who works independently and alone. You see, like the old Western, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, we need to get a visual up here. I mean, look, I know maybe I'm going a little too far, but like there's that guy like Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like this right here. Okay, this is a Western game. You know what I'm saying? Like, so save. All right, let's go ahead and add an image. So like, I don't expect it to look like this. Obviously, it needs to look different than this. But what I would expect. Okay, this is stupid. Okay, what I would expect is like, this is like a bounty. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the dude's name. You got the dude's name right there. Handsome Jerry. Okay. Wanted dead or alive. Many bounties to collect. You get $90. And then you say, okay, I want to hunt him. So you click the button, or you press the A button. And you hunt him. And you hunt him. Let me move that away. Shout out to Sean Sweeney with the $2 donation through Super Chat. It says, make Star Wars Bounty Hunter. but with Samus. There you go. So this is what I would expect a bounty to be like, guys, okay? Let me move over to the side here. So this is what I would expect the bounty to be like. You see the wanted poster, you see the name of the person that you're trying to take out, you see the money that you need to collect, and that, like, when have you, this is what a bounty is, guys. Like, this is like the old-fashioned bounty hunt. When have you ever seen, like, this? Like, like, you've never seen this in a Metroid game. There's been nothing of this. Now, you've had times where they go, like for example, like Metroid Prime 3, where you, like, go to a room and they brief you with all the other bounty hunters, and they brief you, and then, like, you know, you go off, but then you end up killing all those other people because then they get bopped. So I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I need to get you guys' opinion on this. I'm just not a fan of the structure, but yeah. Her ship has a lot of tech. Must be where her paycheck went. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yes. Her ship, she's obviously getting money, right? She's getting money for something. But my issue is that, like, we have no control of that money whatsoever. Like, you're calling her the world's most famous bounty hunter. You're calling her the world's most, you know, most galactic bounty hunter, yet we haven't collected a dime in the game. Like, we have not, I don't even, like I said, we don't even know the currency of what they spend. I mean, maybe if you read, like, the anime and all that, and the books and stuff, or whatever that they have, maybe you'll know that. But for the most part, there's never been a time where, like, okay, this person's paid you this much, okay, what are you gonna do with that money? Like, I just wish that, like, Samus would actually be a real bounty hunter, because Nintendo's definition of bounty hunter is a mercenary. And, like, it's funny because, like I said, like, Retro Studios was actually making a Metroid Prime 3 Corruption was actually supposed to be a real bounty hunting game. And then they actually had to change it because Nintendo felt that Samus is not a bounty hunter. Nintendo felt that Samus was a mercenary. So, I mean, I don't know. OJ, you're going in or a simple detail. It's a bit too much. But is it? Here's the thing. Here's the reason why I don't think it's too much. Give me a second. It's not a simple detail when it's included in the marketing campaign in the scheme that Samus is a bounty hunter. Okay, and if someone's a bounty hunter, it's not even about you would expect them to collect bounties. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it changes the gameplay flow. Think about it, guys. Would you rather have had Metroid Prime 3 or Metroid Prime 2? Would you rather have had those games? Just think about this, guys. Do you want the ability to roll around in your ship, take out side bosses, take out extra bosses outside of the planet that you're on, and collect on bounties and be able to use that to potentially upgrade your weaponry and do all the stuff that you've already done in Metroid Prime games and then some? Because that's what Metroid Prime 3 was supposed to be. You're saying it's a small detail, but Nintendo hated that small detail, and Nintendo completely changed that small detail to turn Samus into a mercenary, which completely changed the type of game that Metroid Prime 3 was supposed to be. Now, Metroid Prime 3 was an amazing game, and they would have had the time, since they weren't going to do multiplayer, they would have had the time to put in the actual bounties and make this game what Metroid Prime 3 actually was, which is you go there, you take care of all the bosses, blah, blah, blah. You do all the stuff that you did in Metroid Prime 3, but then you also roll around in your ship and do different things. Now, if you remember in Metroid Prime 3, you actually went around in your ship to different areas and locales, and you even used your ship to blast things. So you can see there was some holdover from what they actually wanted to do in Metroid Prime 3 with the ship and using it in certain things, but that was actually going to be to where you go around and you can actually get stronger and collect things and actually move Metroid in the direction that I would have liked to see it. So while you say it's a small detail, that small detail completely changed the complexion of what Samus and what Metroid Prime 3 was going to be, and potentially the future of Metroid games if Nintendo continues to think or continues to take the definition of a bounty hunter to be a mercenary, because they're two different things. You know what I'm saying? Mercenaries are hired hands. Bounty hunters go out and look for it. They see the thing, then they go get it. So it's a little bit of a different thing. You know, I mean, you could be an amazing mercenary, but then on your free time, you only work when someone calls you. Whereas bounty hunter, you're looking for work constantly. You're always going out looking for that next paycheck. Whereas mercenary, I mean, somebody calls you and then you go to work. So it's a complete different thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. While it might be a small detail, it's something that can completely change the complexion of a game based on what Nintendo wants to do. So Metroid Prime, like I said, was supposed to be a completely different game. Metroid Prime 3, that is. So I do feel I do feel that there is enough of a difference. You know what I'm saying? You know, Toe Jam says, I love me a good PE rant while I'm cooking. Okay, okay. I mean, like I said, I understand some people thinking, but it might be petty. I mean, I've had people tell me, you know, on some of my videos, like, oh, you know, you talk too much about this. Like, there's no big deal. The Metroid games are still really good, and I agree. The Metroid games are still really good. They're still really good. They're amazing. However, the ideology of what a bounty hunter is to Nintendo to what most people think a bounty hunter is completely changed what Metroid Prime 3 was going to be. Metroid Prime 3 was going to be a better game if Nintendo let Retro do that. It was going to be a better game. In my opinion, it was going to be a better game. Because it's like, okay, you roll around in your ship, but then you roll around in your ship and what? You destroy things with missiles, you go to certain areas. I mean, that's cool, that's great, but I mean, you could really see that they wanted to do a little bit more with that. I mean, when you're inside the ship, you're controlling everything. Imagine being inside your ship and scrolling through your bounties that you have. Like, okay, now I'm going to head off to here, and then hitting that button, then you blast off to where you want to go and collect that bounty. Then you go there, completely different atmosphere. Imagine that type of game compared to what Metroid Prime 3 was, which, like I said, Metroid Prime 3, great game. Great game. But I think that, like, even if you look at, like, Metroid Prime 2, like, you look at eliminating that style of gameplay where bounties can be a thing. Look at Metroid Prime 2. Like, you have to create some type of light world and dark world. Like, Metroid Prime 2 was the most tedious thing that I've seen, and that's all because you can't do what Samus actually is. You're a mercenary, you're there for one thing, you kill a bunch of different things, and you get paid for none of it. So I mean, or you get paid for one thing. So I mean, for me, I think it's actually hurting the gameplay flow and hurting potential gameplay to have it the way Nintendo's definition of bounty hunter being a mercenary. So in my opinion, I think it's a detriment to this franchise that they don't let them open their wings a little bit, and I'm hoping that Metroid Prime 4 does do that. So shout outs to is it Omegalo with 3 exclamation marks on there. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate the subscription. Welcome to the village, homie. Everyone in chat, please make Omegalo feel very welcome here. So Muhammad says, would be cool if they did that in Prime 4. Absolutely, that's what I would like to see. So was Star Fox a mercenary? Yes, Star Fox is a mercenary. Star Fox is definitely a mercenary because he's hired by General Pepper, right? That's his name or something like that. He's hired by the big dog to go take out, you know what I'm saying, go take out Andros, you know, and then on top of that, he's hired to, like, do certain things. Now, at the end of Star Fox, like, I think you get money or you damage that's acquired. I know there's something like that at the end of Star Fox 64, but it's inquired that this is like you're doing this for money. There's money involved, you know, like, and not only that, but it says like don't go burning up those R-wings. So he's even using their equipment because they're that good. You know what I'm saying? So like it's implied that many times throughout the Star Fox franchise that you're doing this for money. You know, this is not like some type like whereas like Metroid, I don't know if it's ever, I mean, I don't know if it's ever even implied that at all. There's like no implication of money at all outside of Nintendo saying, oh, she's a bounty hunter. You know what I'm saying? So Star Fox, it's clearly apparent, you know, there. So yeah, man. So yeah, I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I'd like to see a perfect Dark/Time Splitters game, kind of like Switch. Okay, well, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Captain Falcon is a bounty hunter, which is another thing that is funny because I'm telling you, Nintendo's definition of bounty hunter has nothing to do. All their games, like, you do nothing. You do no bounty hunting. Oh, it's like, oh, Captain Falcon, he's a bounty hunter. Oh, but you race in a car. You know, Samus, oh, she's a bounty hunter. Oh, but you literally kill a bunch of different, like, terrifying, ferocious monsters and get literally paid for one thing that you went there to do. Oh, but trust me, she's a bounty hunter. Like there's like Star Fox. Oh, well, Star Fox, you're a mercenary. Star Fox, you're a mercenary. So I mean, I can understand them. You know, you get paid your lump sum when the job is done for the most part. I think some people pay beforehand, but most mercenaries get paid when the job is done. Some get paid half beforehand and then half afterwards. Heck, even Xenoblade Chronicles 2. What's it called? Rex is a bit of a mercenary at the beginning because you are paid by Bana at the beginning to go do it. You're a hired hand, you know, for salvaging. So mercenary-ish. Oh, it's more like a hired hand because apparently there's not supposed to be any type of combat going on. But either way, It is what it is. But maybe it's a translation error. What are you talking about? Translation error? No, there was no translation error. The article, the article in question was Western. The guy was a Metroid Prime developer. Now, I think maybe there was a error, but there was definitely a miscommunication between Nintendo and between Retro Studios to what they wanted gameplay flow in Metroid Prime 3. Because what they wanted to do was make it to where Samus went out and like did different missions and got stronger based on that. And Nintendo specifically, according to the developer on there, I think his name was Jake Matthews or something like that, or something Matthews. That might be a football player. I'm not sure. But anyway, Matthews, he stated that there might have been an error in translation. And, you know, he didn't sound 100% sure throughout the whole interview. He said, like, things are a little bit hazy. But from his recollection, they submitted what they wanted to do, and Nintendo rejected that as far as their idea of what a bounty hunter is. So I'm going off of that. But if you just like put 2 and 2 together, you can clearly see that Nintendo doesn't want Samus to actually be a bounty hunter. I mean, you can clearly see, or the Japanese definition of bounty hunter is completely different from the American definition, and from the I would just say the Western definition, because everyone in the West thinks that. So I think Nintendo's definition of a bounty hunter is probably anybody that does combat for money. You know what I'm saying? And so mercenaries and bounty hunters are the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's Nintendo's definition, is that, well, if you're getting paid to fight, then you're a bounty hunter. I think that's basically what it is. You know, you're a mercenary or you're a bounty hunter. It doesn't matter. You're either one of those. So I think that's Nintendo's probably definition. And, you know, Japan has different, you know, customs and things for certain things. I mean, that can easily be grouped into the same thing. Someone who works or someone who does combat for money, that can easily be the same thing in Japan. Whereas here in America and the Western territories, we obviously there's a distinction between a mercenary and a bounty hunter. So I think that's where the main issue lies in, you know. Okay, so do you think Metroid Prime 4 will use the Dark Souls engine? Why would Metroid Prime 4 use the Dark Souls engine? That makes absolutely no sense. The Dark Souls engine, that's the Yeebis 3 engine. Yeebis 3 is made by Silicon Studios. Square Enix licenses that engine out. And there's no reason to make Metroid Prime 4 in the Yeebis 3 engine. Why? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, Metroid Prime, for the most part, that would be, I mean, we're thinking it would be a first-person adventure game, like in the same vein as Prime. So why would you need an engine that's prioritized and optimized for third-person combat, third-person gameplay? Now, if you made a Super Metroid, or if you made something in the same line of Metroid Other M, then maybe Yeebis 3 might be a good fit for your engine. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's a good fit. But if you're talking about Metroid Prime in terms of a first-person action adventure game, Yeebis 3 doesn't seem like the engine to use. I mean, you could use Unreal Engine 4. Heck, you can use an in-house engine. I mean, you can do all sorts of stuff. You can create your own for it. I mean, but I would just say just use Unreal Engine 4 if you want to just do that. Well, why use Yeebis 3? I mean, maybe the licensing's a bit cheaper, but I don't know. I can't think of any Yeebis 3 engine games in first person that are like high quality Yeebis 3 engine games in first person. So I'm not sure if that's the right call, but hey, you never know. You never know, man. OJ never critiques Nintendo. Yeah, OJ never does critique Nintendo. I never do it. I never do it. Eric says, yo, I like the new font you've been using. Yeah, I like the new font too. The new font makes it look a little bit sharper. So yeah, I like it as well. Mario is a bounty bummer. A bounty plumber? Is that what you meant? A bounty plumber? Okay. Just use Unreal Engine 4 for everything. I wouldn't use Unreal Engine 4 for everything, because Unreal Engine 4, while it's good for a variety of games, if you create your own custom engine, or if you tweak something to your own liking, you can actually create something that might exceed what Unreal Engine 4 can do for your own hardware. I think that, like, for example, like Super Mario Odyssey, for example, you know, that's really good. It has probably has its own custom engine to where you can get that thing running, you know, 60 frames per second and look pretty good, not too bad of a resolution in docked mode as well. So I think, you know, I don't think you need to use Unreal Engine 4 for everything, but, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to do. What up, Rule of Two? Is Rule of Two review here? What up, Rule of Two review? Metroid Prime. Let me hear what you got to say, man. Metroid Prime 4 and Dark Souls engine makes no sense. It'll be first person guaranteed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes no sense. Mohammed said, or they should make their own engine fully optimized for the Switch's hardware. Exactly. Mohammed has a very good point. They can always, make their own engine, customize it, fine tune it to the Switch hardware. I think Super Mario Odyssey was probably that. So if they can fine tune their own engine there, or even take the Metroid Prime, the only thing about, I think that taking like the original Metroid Prime engine, I think that's also the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze engine, which is interesting. If I'm not correct, I mean, I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure those are the same engines. Retro's engine. They made Donkey Kong Returns, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and all of the Metroid Prime games on the same engine, and just basically evolving it and tweaking it as they go along. I'm thinking since it's moving completely away from Retro Studios and going to Japan, and the rumor is Bandai Namco, that I'm thinking that it's going to be a custom engine, or it could be even something that Bandai Namco has. I mean, who knows? We have to just wait and see on that one. Their own engine would be better. Yeah, if Nintendo said, hey, we're going to create our own fine-tuned engine for Metroid Prime 4 versus Unreal Engine 4, easily their custom engine would be better because you can tweak it exactly to your liking. Now, Unreal Engine 4, I'm not a developer. Unreal Engine 4 is completely scalable. It's great, but it does have limitations depending on what you want to do. There are going to be limitations on top of things. Whereas if you have a custom engine, you can completely tweak it. But the trade-off is time. Like, how long is it going to take to develop this game compared to using Unreal Engine 4? Unreal Engine 4 already has built-in dev tools, already has everything, so you don't have to create stuff from scratch. So it's going to be faster to use, Unreal Engine 4, but you do have to pay that licensing fee. Whereas your own custom engine, you don't, and you can reuse your custom engine without using the licensing fee over and over. So that's the difference between, between picking Unreal Engine 4 or picking any other engine compared to using your own custom engine. But for example, I think like the Yoshi game, I think Nintendo just wanted to get a Yoshi game out. They didn't want to create one from scratch. They didn't want to have to worry about, doing all the stuff that they'd have to do. So why do all that? Let's just create a basic Yoshi game in Unreal Engine 4 and let's put it out in 2018 at some point, So I think that was just to kind of get the speed going, on that, kind of get things, faster. So that's kind of what I think on there. Team Alkaline says, OJ, with that said, do you think the upcoming Pokemon game for the Switch should run on Unreal Engine 4 or a custom build engine? No, once again, I don't really think anything should be run on Unreal Engine 4 unless there's you don't have as much time, or the team that's developing it doesn't have the time to create a custom engine or take over something else. To be honest, if I'm putting my business hat on, if I'm Nintendo, if I can bring over an engine that I already have that works, like an HD engine that already works, or if I can take an engine and fine tune it and customize it and bring it over, just do that, because you're going to save yourself money. You can tweak it more and you don't have to worry about paying those licensing fees. Look, Epic is filthy rich for a reason. They don't give this, I mean, there's a reason why they make so much money, because you have to pay those licensing fees for every single sale. You're giving up something. So I don't feel that Unreal Engine 4 is so much better than what Nintendo can do. I think that's what a lot of gamers have kind of fell into, the trap of Unreal Engine 4 when it comes to Nintendo, and oh, just use Unreal Engine 4. Just use Unreal Engine 4. Just Unreal Engine 4 is the best thing in the world, whereas Unreal Engine 4 is not always the answer to every single game, or every single thing. And I've seen Nintendo fans constantly just say, use Unreal Engine 4, and I don't think that's the answer to everything. You should be able to use a custom engine if you want to use a custom engine, and a custom engine will get you better performance because you can fine tweak it to that game. Unreal Engine is built for a wide variety of games. Obviously, if you focus on one thing, you can do better than focusing on multiple things. It's like an athlete. An athlete who focuses on football or who focuses on basketball can be better and greater than someone at the same talent that focuses on multiple sports, right? So like anybody, think about it. If you play one game and you focus on that one game, that one game and the rules for that game, you can get much better than playing 3 or 4 different games. And that's kind of how Unreal Engine 4 is. I mean, a lot of great tools, a lot of great stuff that you can do within it. You can get things done quicker, but at the same time, if you actually focused on something that's specifically built for the game that you're trying to do, then you can actually get greater results. So I don't feel that Pokemon needs to use Unreal Engine 4. If they wanted to, great, that's fine. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But do they need to? Do they have to? Absolutely not. They don't have to. Now, they'd have to create a HD engine from scratch, right? Because there's never been an HD mainline Pokemon console game. We're going from sub 480p to potentially 1080p, or at least HD 720p. So there's never been an HD Pokemon game on a mainline one. So maybe they do use an engine. Maybe they do use a Unity or something like that. So yeah, man. Shout outs to G5 Mob Gang, Elite Ninja, with a $10 donation. It says, "What's good, OJ? Been missing out on a few of the live streams. YouTube's acting weird with notifications, but I'm really digging your format in terms of the look and font." Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And if you have any music requests for the people who donate, that's just another thing that I added in. Go ahead and suggest a song, and I don't mind playing a song for you, G5. So anybody else who donates to, make sure you can ask a question, say whatever you want, but also get a song request in there as well. So yeah, man, thank you. I do appreciate that. Thanks for coming to the live stream. This one, like I said, I felt pretty bad because I haven't really been. Yesterday was kind of a bad day. But yeah, man, you know what would make it a better day? If we hit that 100 likes goal, because we do have almost 200 people watching, 180 plus, yet we're at 93 likes. So if we can get that 100 likes, that'd be dope. So let's go ahead and continue on here. Yeah, Neff18 says Pokemon sells way too much to use Unreal Engine 4. I mean, obviously Epic would be like, please use Unreal Engine 4, please use Unreal Engine 4. But yeah, the amount of licensing fees that you'd have to pay for that would be, I'm not sure if it'd be worth it. Not sure if it'd be worth it. So yeah, man. Let's see what else you guys have to say. Nintendo can use the Zelda engine for Metroid. The new God of War game uses the same engine as Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting point. Muato with the good point says that, yeah, so I did not know that the new God of War game uses the Horizon Zero Dawn engine. Now, the Horizon Zero Dawn engine, that's Guerrilla Games. So Sony made a custom PlayStation 4 exclusive engine, essentially, and now they're sharing it with their developers. That's good. That's a good thing. Now, I did notice that God of War looks a lot like Horizon Zero Dawn, kind of. Just like the tone of it, the types of wrinkles and graphical style of the game does look like Horizon. Not the setting, but just the way that the characters, just like I said, like the looks of them, does kind of look like Horizon. So it makes sense. It makes sense. Just the graphical tone and style of it. How it looks like in the worlds and everything. So yeah, man, that's good stuff. And Sony's saving money. They don't have to use Unreal Engine 4. They have their own proprietary engine. Obviously, that engine probably cost a lot of money to make, Excuse me. So yeah, so it makes sense. It makes sense about that. Shout outs to Mark Bryant with a $10 donation. And he says, really enjoying this stream. Any chance of 20-something by Pet Shop Boys, mate? What is that? 20-something. I can't play. Is that licensed music? I can't play. Sorry about that, guys. Let me clarify with the music requests. I can't play licensed music. So if 20-something by Pet Shop Boys, if that's licensed music, I can't play it. Because I don't want this stream to get taken down or to get claimed by whoever owns that. So if you have a different request, mainly video game music, guys, instrumentals, video game music, that would be good because most video game music doesn't get claimed. Anime music does. So no music from actual animes, but just music from video games. I should make sure I'm clear with that. And actually, it's a request a video game song. So yeah, if we can just stick to video game songs, that would be great. But if 20-something by Pet Shop Boys, if that's a video game song, then let me know. No Pet Shop Boys, please. I don't even know what it is. Now I'm curious. Now I'm curious. But thank you for the $10 donation, Elite Ninja, Mark Bryant. 20-something. So I want to look at it. Oh yeah, this is licensed This is licensed music. I'm gonna get in trouble if I play this. You want to request something else? You can request something else. G5 Mob Gang says, can you play a song from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Elysium? Okay, yeah, no problem. No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, here we go. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Elysium in the Blue Sky. So, I like this song. Alright, so let's continue on here. Let's go ahead and move into the next topic that we have here, guys. And we have 2018 potential titles. We've already been talking about some of them, right? Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or not Xenoblade. I'm listening to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So, Metroid Prime 4, potential title for 2018. We also have Pokemon, potential title for 2018. People are wondering if those two titles are even going to make it. I want to get you guys' opinions. But what else could we see? Now, another potential title could be Animal Crossing. That's also another game that we can see in 2018. Now, here's something that's a little bit more of a wild card pick, guys, and I'll talk about some of the other franchises Nintendo has. We have wild card picks. All of these here could come in 2018 or be announced. Or how about potential titles announced or coming in 2018? So we also have stuff, for example, Animal Crossing, F-Zero, some types of Wii Sports Collection or Wii Sports. We also have Golden Sun. What else could Nintendo bring? There's quite a number of different games that we have here. Quite a number of different games. So what would you guys like to see? Now, shoutouts to Raymond Howell with the $2 donation. It says, OJ, play the Bites and Kato's battle theme. All right, we'll get that up in just a second, dude. So I do feel that one of those games, like out of the ones that I mentioned, so the wild cards, okay, let's just exclude Pokemon and Metroid for right now. But like I do feel that Animal Crossing, Golden Sun, F-Zero, one of those three games is coming in 2018. Not just announced, but in 2018. So I would like to take a poll. All of you guys in the chat here, out of those three games that I just talked about right now, and we'll get to you guys' picks in just a second, don't worry. Out of those three games, what game is the most likely to show up? Animal Crossing, Golden Sun, F-Zero. And I think most of you guys will probably say Animal Crossing, but maybe we're going to get some F-Zero fans. Hope and pray for that. So what do you guys think? Corridors of Time from Chrono Trigger. Okay, no problem. We'll play Corridors of Time next, and then we'll play the Bites and Kados battle theme after that. Alright. F-Zero is severely unlikely. Animal Crossing is the best guess. Okay. Mario Galaxy theme song. F-Zero from those. Okay, so we do have some people saying F-Zero. Animal Crossing, Golden Sun. Rigo says Golden Sun. Interesting. We got a Golden Sun sighting. Animal Crossing. Sean Sweeney, Elite Ninja says Animal Crossing. Okay, makes sense. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. Yeah, most people are saying Animal Crossing. Okay. Animal Crossing is 100% coming, so I'm saying so I'm gonna say F-Zero. Okay. F-Zero. Inspecable Gaming. If you want to hear a theme song, dude, just any donation, and I'll play a song for you, dude. The app with the description syncing the game makes it look... Okay, yeah, that's true. Sean Sweeney has a good point saying that there's the app, and then the description of syncing to the game makes it most likely. Exactly. So we have like an Animal Crossing... instead of Pocket Camp, you have Animal Crossing Supersize Camp. Summer Camp. Animal Crossing Fall Camp. Animal Crossing Super Camp. There we go. Animal Crossing Super Camp is coming. Animal Crossing City Folking Super Camp. Animal Crossing, but I think none of these will come. So wait, hold up. Mr. Ukaze says that he doesn't think Animal Crossing F-Zero or Golden Sun will come. So what would be your pick for coming then? Like what would come in 2018? Nintendo has some great games in terms of franchises that they can do. Obviously, we need to see some stuff. Now, who in the chat here, to kind of move on to the next thing, who in the chat here thinks that we could potentially see Smash Brothers announced this year or released this year? So either or both of them. What do you guys think? Do you guys think a Smash Brothers could potentially be announced? I want to get you guys' opinions on that. So I'm going to go ahead and play the next song here. Thank you so much, G5, for that, for the beautiful Xenoblade Chronicles 2 music. Next, we're going to move on to Chrono Trigger, Corridors of Time, requested by Mark Bryant. So thank you so much, Mark Bryant, for the awesome Request. Okay, here we go. Very good theme. I absolutely love this theme. The thing that I love about this theme the most, just to kind of talk about Chrono Trigger just a little bit, almost puts a tear in my eye. Chrono Trigger is such a unique game, and I suggest everyone to go watch, whether you're religious or not, doesn't matter. Go watch Game Theory on Chrono Trigger. I unsubscribed to Game Theory, but I love his channel. I think it's great. I just have no time to watch his theories anymore and his live streams. But if you watch his Game Theory on Chrono Trigger, that is quite possibly the most mind-blowing episode that he's ever done. Very, 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 very good. I mean, I don't know if the developers have ever even confirmed what he has to say on there, and I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but check out Game Theory Chrono Trigger. Very, very good. My mind was just like, I was just like, how did I not know this? Like, how did I not know, like, the connection he was making? Even if it's not what they were aiming for, yo, there was a lot of correlations between Chrono Trigger and the Bible. So yeah, absolutely insane. Blew my mind. And I've beat Chrono Trigger, literally, I've beat Chrono Trigger like 20 to 30 times and never made the correlation at all. And never once made the correlation to what Game Theory said. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance. What's the soundtrack? This is Chrono Trigger, Quarters of Time. Yeah, the religious themes are common in JRPGs. It's true, but to the point to where, like, because they don't potentially say it. You know, usually you'll see this stuff out there. Like, you'll see it. It's somewhat, you know, common, or it's out there. Like Chrono Trigger, you can see, like, everyone in the comment section was blown away that, like, that was even nobody even put that two and two together. Me and my brother, we never did. Nobody ever did growing up. Nobody ever said anything about it. Usually with most JRPGs, you can instantly tell, or you know, that there's religious themes that are being, like, undertones and stuff, like through the writing or stuff like that. Like, maybe it's just me being ignorant. Maybe it's just me enjoying the game more than anything. But I like the way that Game Theory broke it down. It was amazing. It was amazing. We're not going to get into the details of the specifics because, like I said, I don't want to turn it into that type of conversation, but just check out Game Theory. Just check out Game Theory, and please, guys, no spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet. Check out Game Theory. Just type in Game Theory Chrono Trigger. Watch the episode. If you're a big Chrono Trigger fan and you haven't seen it, check it out. And if you're not a Chrono Trigger fan, then don't worry about it. But if you are a Chrono Trigger fan, check out that episode on Game Theory. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic episode. So yeah, man. So I wanted to hear what you guys have to say about Smash Brothers. So some people say yes, some people say no. I personally do not, but I'm sure that it'd be Smash 5. Okay, so he thinks it's gonna be Smash 5. Alright, so we'll see about that. Alright, thank you so much, Mark. I do appreciate the beautiful Chrono Trigger theme. So we're gonna go on to Raymond Howell. He says, OJ, play the Bites and Kato's battle theme. Alright, no problem. I think I've played this one before. Oh, that's another game that needs to come back. Bites and Katos? Okay, so how likely is it for 2018, guys? 2018, guys, do any of you guys think that we're potentially going to see a Xenosaga HD or a new Xenosaga game? Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. Give me some thoughts on that one. What do you guys think? Xenosaga, is that coming at all for potential 2018 game? Oh, I loved it, yeah. I like this battle theme. It's good. Sean Sweeney says, if we do not get Metroid or Pokemon this week, then, or I don't think he meant this year, then I think Smash will come as a filler until next year. Yeah, Smash 4 did come out in 2014. It came out November 2014. The 3DS version came out, I think, September? Something like that? 2014. Xenosaga with Rex's DLC. DJ Concept Play says Smash 4 is good. We don't need a new one. I think we need a Smash. We need a new Smash, but I think that my personal thought on Smash for the Switch is that it should be Super Smash Brothers Deluxe. It should be Super Smash, where they basically take the 3DS game they take the Wii U game, they mash those together with all of the content from there. They actually add, I would say, add some type of single player story mode, Subspace Emissary, and then add all the characters that were cut in the past. So add in Wolf, add in Ice Climbers, add in Snake, add in all of the characters that were cut from previous games. Add in Pichu, just add all of those characters in and then release it. That's what I would think. And make a couple tweaks and balance the game. Bayonetta needs to be nerfed. Some characters need to, and balance it out. Make the lower tier characters a little bit better. So that's what I would do. And I'd make it like a Super Smash Deluxe version. So it's still Smash 4, but there's so many new things to the game. It doesn't feel like Smash 4 anymore. Some tweaks to the battle system. I would tone down Rage just a bit. I don't think Rage needs to be so good. So tone down Rage just a bit. I would buff it to where each character has at least one like actual kill move, like not to where like you can't kill somebody forever. Like Sheik, for example. Sheik cannot kill anyone. Like I'd make it to where one character has at least one good kill move. You hit them with that kill move, you know, and it's going to work. Like the problem is that Sheik just can't kill anybody. So they need to like her back air used to kill. You know, like, she used to have the Vanish 50-50. Now I'm getting into my nerd Smash Bros mode. But, like, they need to balance that out a little bit. Because she can't kill, and I don't like that. So, yeah, that's what I would do. That would be my bet for Smash Brothers. Just make a super deluxe version of the game. Because I don't think we need it. Like, I think you're right. Like, we don't need a completely new Smash Brothers. Because that would take just way too long. And then I don't think Sakurai or whoever's working on it, I don't think they're not going to build another Smash Bros game from scratch. So I think it has to be a deluxe version. And the thing about it is that I think Smash Bros has literally, it's reached the end of the line. And it's hard to say that for games because usually you always say there's the next game. There's the next thing that you can do. But honestly, for platform fighters, it's reached the end of the line, guys. All you can do is balance it for competitive players. All you can do is tweak it for what those guys want. What else can you do? You can add a story mode, right? You can add new characters. I mean, the pinnacle of platform brawler fighter gameplay is Smash 4 / the Smash Bros games in general. So you want a fast-paced one, you play Melee. You want Project M, play Project M. You want Smash 4, play Smash 4. So there's already a Smash game that fits everyone's needs. You know what I'm saying? Heck, people are still playing Smash 64. There was just a tournament, Genesis 5, where they had Smash 64. They had hundreds of entrants. They were out there on the grand stage. People, I watched it. Heck, I was watching a good part of that. The top 8. Super Boom fan. That dude's sponsored by Panda Global. You know what I'm saying? We got dudes coming from Japan to play Smash 64 in the United States. So people are still playing Smash 64. People are still playing Melee. People are still playing Smash 4. And Project M basically died. But Project M was a big thing for a while. So there's no need. I mean, what do you do for Smash 5? Like, what do you do? Because Smash 4 basically took faster game. They basically took Brawl and actually made it better to play competitively. In my opinion, they took Brawl and just made it more competitive. That's what they did and made it quicker. You know, they didn't make it Melee. So that's my thoughts on that. Call it Smash 4 Switch. You can call it Smash for Switch. Smash will be called Smash 4 Switch. Okay, everyone's saying Smash for Switch. Seriously, coin Deluxe. If the Deluxe isn't titled, you know it's coming to Switch. Yeah, that's true. Just balance Smash 4 and add some new... KAG says, just balance Smash 4 and add some new characters and a couple new modes and slap Deluxe on it. Well, that's what I was saying that they should do. But I think it should be like a super Deluxe version. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be like to where they add like all the old characters that they've cut. You know, and then they should also add, like you said, they should also add all the stages. So all the stages from the 3DS version, because there's 3DS version exclusive stages, and there's the modes, there's the Smash Run. So add Smash Run, and add a real Subspace Emissary, or a real single-player campaign, or add some type of RPG single-player mode that you can go and you can get equipment, and kind of go through and fight people in a certain, like, story type of mode. You know, just add that, and I think that'd be good. That's good enough, because we honestly don't need a Smash 5. We don't need a game ground up where Sakurai's hand falls off, or whoever's developing the game, like, their hand falls off. But the creation of Smash 4 or the creation of Smash games in general is just too stressful. Sakurai almost died creating Smash Melee. Sakurai had to delay multiple times Smash Brothers Brawl. The online was atrocious. And then once again, Sakurai's hand literally almost fell off. Like, his hand might be amputated. He might lose feeling in his hand from developing Smash 4. He had to get a tension stress ball on his PC because he's working so hard. I mean, whatever they pay him, it's obviously good. The dude doesn't have to work in between Smash games. I mean, he's making mad royalties on Smash, so the guy is set for life. Sakurai is, so that's good. But at the same time, like, I just don't feel that anybody needs to go through that type of pain that Sakurai went through. I don't think there needs to be that type of Smash, you know, where we go through all of that again. So yeah, man. Well, it would be like the giant hand would be Sakurai's hand, the hand that you fight. Yeah, man. I agree. We're almost at 150 likes though, guys. And shout outs to KAG Reacts showing up to the live stream. Yo, what up, KAG? Make sure you guys check out this man's channel. He be reacting to all sorts of stuff, man. That's actually kind of why I decided to do a couple of reactions on my channel, is watching KAG's channel. So you guys checked out that reaction that I did for the Nintendo Switch online multiplayer for Attack on Titan 2. It kind of inspired me because I watched KAG's channel and I watch his reaction videos. So KAG still influencing the gaming content, even though he's kind of moved on from gaming a bit. So yeah, man. Make sure you guys check out KAG's channel. That's true. It's not proven, but yes, Game Theory did say it's Sakurai's hand. They did say that. So yeah, man. Is it Geek? I want to see new characters like Isaac and Gino, and something like Soul Calibur's Chronicles of the Sword. Okay, Soul Calibur. I remember that Soul Calibur game. That game sucked, didn't it? But I'm guessing you're talking about something good, like a good Soul Calibur Chronicles. So yeah, to be honest, I mean, even if Nintendo just did vanilla Smash, the fact that you can that you don't have to buy freaking 2 versions of Smash Bros, the fact that you don't have to buy a 3DS version to play portably, then you have to buy the Wii U version to play this, like the fact that you can just have Smash on this, and you can just play Smash anywhere you want on this, that might just be good enough for people. Even if it's vanilla Smash 4, heck, I think Nintendo, they can even be mean enough to charge for DLC and people will be like, that sucks, but I'm buying it. People are like, oh, this is horrible. This is trash, but I'm going to buy all of it. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I want to see ARMS in Smash. Well, who do you want to see from ARMS in Smash? So, I mean, I think Twintel would be my pick, but that's just me. Rex and Pyra. Oh, absolutely. I would like to see Rex and Pyra, but I wouldn't like to see it. T-Dude, you have a good point. I'd like to see Rex and Pyra, but I don't want to see it work like Rosalina and Luma. I would actually like to see Rex and Pyra work more like Pokemon Trainer, to where you have 3 different blades and you can switch between the blades at any time like Pokemon Trainer. Remember, guys, Pokemon Trainer? And by the way, they need to bring Pokemon Trainer back. Like, they need to make it to where you can play as Pokemon Trainer. And if you're not just going to play as Pokemon Trainer, they need to bring back Ivysaur and all of them. But I would like to see Pokemon Trainer come back in the way that Pokemon Trainer was. Having Charizard separate is cool, but they dropped Squirtle and they dropped Ivysaur, and that's not cool. I love Ivysaur in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So they need to bring that back. And Wolf needs to come back, because Wolf was actually my main in Brawl. My main was Wolf, my secondary was Sheik, and my other secondary was probably like Fox, you know, whatever. Yeah, Fox. So they need to bring back Wolf for sure. He needs to come back 100%. Your boy would be Wolf. He'd be like, ah, woo! I'd be doing my little Wolf slashes. I'd be doing my little, hitting him with my gun with a blade on it, man. Oh man, Wolf was dope. I love Wolf. Even though he wasn't top tier in Smash Brawl, like, still, I loved Wolf, man. So yeah. Oh, and add the Splatoon character to Smash as well. Yeah, Splatoon, having an inkling. I mean, to be honest, personally for me, I mean, I already know the type of playstyle that Inkling would have, and I don't want that playstyle in Smash. He'd be a zoner, a ranged character that'd be super annoying, throwing projectiles all day, kind of like Olimar, and I really don't want that. They can remove Olimar. That's what they need to do. If you use Sonic, you have no soul. I'm not a big fan of Sonic in Smash 4. I don't think they're adding Rabbids in. They won't add Rabbids in Smash. Rabbids isn't a good Smash character. That sounds fun. I love zoning with projectiles. I hate zoning. I hate zone characters. I'm not a big fan of zoning characters, so that's just me. I don't have a problem fighting zone characters because most zone characters, like in Smash 4, like aren't very good. Like Samus. Samus isn't a very good character, but I mean you can do some work with Samus. But like Samus is okay in like Melee. She's okay. I think she's actually better in Melee than she is in Smash 4. Obviously we have characters like Hugo, you know, Hugo is good, or Hugs. Hugs plays Samus in Melee. In Smash 4, we have some decent Samuses in Smash 4. I mean, Esam has a secondary Samus, but he's mainly a Pikachu. We have, I think, Icy Mist. Icy Mist. I think it's Icy Mist. She is a Samus, hardcore Samus main. There's some other ones as well, but those are the two most notable ones that I know of. But Roadhouse, a guy that plays, I've played against him multiple times on here. He's a pretty good Samus, you know. But Zero Suit Samus is better in the game, so. I prefer they add more Sonic stages. Okay, well, I don't know if they're going to add more Sonic stages because Sonic is a third-party character, so I don't know about that. Master Chief? Yeah, Sylvester Wallace. I don't think Master Chief is coming. I don't know about Master Chief. So, yeah, man. Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. Ryu was pretty fun to use. Yeah, Ryu was actually... He was pretty... The cool thing about Ryu is that Ryu is actually very, like, just like his Street Fighter. Like, you can play it just like you played Street Fighter. So, if you know how to play Street Fighter, you can literally come into there and be like, okay, I know how to do a Hurricane Kick. I know how to do a Shoryuken. I know how to do all these moves. You know, like, you can come in and just play the game, you know. Like, you even have the focus attack that he can do, essentially. So, like, if you are a Street Fighter player, you could technically come in and, you know, and put in some work, but you'd obviously have to know the Smash mechanics. You'd have to know, like, you know, the double jumping, because there's no double jumps in Street Fighter. You'd have to know, like, ledge grabbing, ledge hogging, stuff like that. Or, well, there's no ledge hogging, just ledge trumping. So, yeah, you'd have to know some other mechanics. But, yeah, you could hop in. Goku? Goku for Smash? All right. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the Q&A part here. It's already 12, so I want to go for about another 27 minutes, and I'll get you guys' questions. So, what do you guys want me to answer? Go ahead and put down your questions here. And my hip is kind of hurting. Need to lean back just a bit. Lean back, lean back. There we go. So sorry, I'm a little bit tilted. Obviously, the spacing with the camera is not the best here, but I need to relax a little bit. My hip is kind of hurt on the side here. I'm getting old. What do you guys want to see in terms of things? What are your questions? What are your questions here? And I'll start answering questions for about another, 25 minutes here. Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 probably revealed sometime this year. We'll have to wait and see. Nintendo's not abandoning the Switch. That doesn't even make sense. Naruto and Sasuke aren't coming to Smash. Lean back. How old am I? I'm 30. Tenshi 2002 says, do we know anything about the rest of the Souls games for the Switch? Polygon is reporting that the rest of the Souls games will be coming to the Switch at some point, but Dark Souls Remastered first. Alright, take it easy, Toe Jam. Zelda or Metroid Maker this year? Probably not. Probably neither one of those. Can Ken a reused costume with different voice? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. T-Dude says, do you think Nintendo and Square Enix will announce the release date for Octopath Traveler before E3? Yeah, I think it'll come before E3. Chad's Evansdale, do you think Cloud and Smash has anything to do with Final Fantasy VII Remake, or do you think we'll get on the Switch? I think Cloud and Smash has something to do with the Final Fantasy game coming to Nintendo Switch. Whether it's Final Fantasy VII, the original, or if it's just like a Final Cloud in some way, shape, or form coming to the Switch. Yeah, that's what I think. Or Final Fantasy coming to the Switch that has Cloud in it. Yeah, that's what I think is coming. What's up, dude? Chibi Robo's I think dead. What's going on with Castlevania? Netflix series seems to be doing good, so it would be nice if Konami announced something. Yeah, I think we're gonna get something soon. Maybe this year. Any chance we get a Luigi's Mansion 3 announcement this year? I think that's a high possibility. I think Next Level Games is working on that, but that's just my opinion. I don't have any details or anything. That would just be my guess. Based off of the sales of Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, I would guess that that's what they're working on. Sean Sweeney says, do you think the Bethesda saying more info on Wolfenstein 2 coming soon is hinting towards a larger direct, or just a trailer drop they did for Doom? I think it's going to be a trailer drop and some information. I don't think it's going to be like a larger direct or anything like that. What surprises do you suspect they have in store for us? Who? Nintendo? I think they have a lot of stuff in store. I can't say certain things because I know some stuff and then I don't want to mix it in with other things. So they have surprises, obviously. Nintendogs for smartphones, it just fits? Yeah, potentially. Illusion of Gaia. I absolutely love Illusion of Gaia. I would love to see that being like remade. G5 Mob Gang says, since we are getting the Dark Souls remastered, do you believe that we could get something like Prepared to Die Edition, Special Edition, and do you think they might add something exclusive for Switch? I don't know about adding anything exclusive to Switch, but I do feel that we're gonna get the other Dark Souls games. I do feel that's gonna happen. Nigel says, what do you think about the Boruto anime, and did you watch the movie? Have not watched the movie, and the Boruto anime is not as good as Naruto Shippuden at this point. Maybe it'll get better. Gabby Chupi says, PlayerEssence, Fossil Fighters is Nintendo IP. Wish we could have that game for Switch. I think Fossil Fighters will come eventually. Not right now, but I think it'll come eventually. Chad Evandale says, thanks, OJ. Gotta head out and do some adulting. All right, man. Take it easy, dude. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Mark Bryan says, Wave Race for life. Absolutely. Wave Race would be dope. Maximus Mansell says, if every game released this year doesn't come out to the Switch, do you think the internet will be salty? Yeah, they'll be very salty. Silver Phantom LX says, Pokemon said they have they have to hype Pokemon 2018. How do you think they'll do that? Trailers, gameplay footage, Pokemon World Championships, Pokken World Championships, Pokemon card game, all sorts of stuff that they can do. Jeffrey Smart says, I have a crazy suspicion that Arcane Studios is working on Prime 4. What do you think? Absolutely not. They're not, because they're not. Nintendo said they're taking it back to Japan. If they're taking it back to Japan, I'm thinking that they're taking it back to Japan with the internal studio and somebody in Japan. I don't think Arcane Studios is working on that. No. I think that would have leaked at this point if it was. We've been hearing Bandai Namco. I don't know if they go from Bandai Namco to Arcane Studios, so no, I don't think so. ARMS single player? Yeah, I think at some point, ARMS 2 or something like that, we'll get an ARMS, ARMS, like real story mode or single player campaign. Carl O'Sullivan says, OJ, would you be surprised if Fortnite came to the Switch? Absolutely not. Fortnite, I think, could come to the Switch. Doc Trey thinks it's coming to the Switch. Mario Party at E3? Probably. T-Dude says, do you think Capcom will continue supporting Nintendo since they're not bringing Monster Hunter World onto Nintendo Switch? Well, I mean, they already announced Mega Man. They already announced Mega Man, the collections, and they announced Mega Man 11, and they also announced Street Fighter, the collection, so I don't know what type of question that is. I mean, there's games coming out after Monster Hunter World that are coming to Nintendo Switch. So why would you think that they're not going to support them after Monster Hunter World? Like there's other games, unless that was a joke question, T-Dude. Nicholas Romero says an actual ARMS single player mode would be sweet. Yeah, it would be cool. Seikon 10 says, what's going to happen to the Radiant Historia and Etrian Odyssey once the 3DS is dead? They're going to move over to the Nintendo Switch, which they've already hinted at. Gamer for Life, do you reckon the rest of the top tier Wii U games will get ported over, with like Wind Waker, etc.? Yeah, I think eventually they'll all come over. Another thing to note is that Capcom has already stated that they have other multiple titles in development for the Switch, and they also have Ace Attorney. So they have a brand new Ace Attorney game coming to the Switch as well. So I mean, yeah, I don't know why Capcom's already announced future support. They already have games coming. Capcom will eventually give us another Monster Hunter in some form. They just like money, as everyone else does. It's just the fact that Monster Hunter World was developed way before the Switch was even a thing, and they're not gonna break off the team to develop a Switch port of Monster Hunter on x86. They're just not gonna do it. I think it's easier for them just to make Monster Hunter for Switch, make a different game for the Switch. So I think that's what they're gonna do. A lot of Nintendo fans are just getting salty about it. When Monster Hunter is eventually gonna come to the Switch, just gotta be patient. Like, this game, Monster Hunter World, has been in development for 5 years. It's literally been in development since 2013. Like, the Switch didn't get dev kits till 2016. Like, there's no way that they can port that game over in enough time and actually have it run efficiently on the weaker hardware compared to PS4 and Xbox One and PC. There's absolutely no way they can get that done and it be good. Like, you're gonna get a game that's rushed. It's gonna be a rushed port and it's not gonna be good. So I just be patient, guys. Like, just be patient. Is Retro working on something original? I would think so. Captain Toad ported to the Switch? Probably at some point. 2D Zelda on the Switch in the near future? No, not in the near future. Knack 3 for the Switch, baby. Definitely not happening. So far, Capcom has one game in the first half of 2018. One game as in, what do you mean they have one game? One game for the Switch, or one game, I mean, what do you mean? They have multiple games for the first half. I mean, if you count Street Fighter, they have multiple games. Monster Hunter, Street Fighter, so. Wind says, some people are crazy thinking Monster Hunter World will sell 7 to 10 million units. If Final Fantasy 15 hit only, like, what, 5 to 6 million, a well-known series, how can Monster Hunter World do those numbers? Monster Hunter World is going to be a lot better game than Final Fantasy 15. But I think people are saying that because of the install bases that it's coming to. Since it's coming to PC, it's coming to Xbox One, and it's coming to PS4, and it's looking really good. I think that eventually, once sales and discounts, I think it can get to, you know, it can probably get to 5 million. 5 million plus. I mean, maybe. Sock Content says, are Nintendo games getting more sexualized than before? Not really. People are just making a bigger deal out of everything. Marvel vs. Capcom game? Probably not. There's no need to hate PS4 fanboys. Just ignore them. PS4 fanboys hate Nintendo fanboys. PS4 fanboys hate Xbox fanboys. People hate fanboys in general. Just ignore them. There's no need to pay attention to idiots. Vincent Allen says, one game you would like to see ported to the Switch from the Wii U other than Smash? Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I'd like to see that game. Mexican Lank says, if the sales of 20 does well for the Switch, do you think we can get a sequel announced in the future? Absolutely. 7 million seems possible to me for Monster Hunter World. I don't know about 10. Yeah, 10 million would be rough. Especially like first party Sony games don't even hit 10 million. So if first party Sony games don't even hit 10 million, it'd be tough for Monster Hunter World to hit 10 million. And you guys are just going off about fanboys, okay? DJ Deception says, OJ, why does everyone say Switch can't handle VR? Can't they do a low polygon type look? Some people are saying Switch can't handle VR because VR, even on more powerful specs than the Switch, isn't very good. For example, PlayStation VR is kind of trashy, and the screen on the Switch is 720p. You need at least you need a higher resolution in order for VR to look good. And even on, like, for example, like a phone like the Samsung Galaxy like S8 or whatever, like the VR on there even sucks, and that's a really nice screen with the high resolution. And like I said, even PlayStation 4, the VR on there is not very good. So in order to get awesome VR, you need like the Vive, and the Vive is like $800 or something like that. So that's the reason why people are saying VR can't really handle that on there. So I mean, they could do some crappy VR, but I don't know if anybody's gonna want that. Yeah, 1440p at least for VR. That's why. But like, PlayStation VR isn't 1440p. You know, for the most part, is it? It's like two 720p images put together. I don't know. I don't know what they do with PlayStation VR, or maybe it's a 1440p thingy. But the PS4 baseline PS4 Can that can't output 1440p, can it? So okay, dude. Gotta go on timeout, man. You're a weirdo. Timeout. Next time you say something stupid, we're just gonna ban you, dude. Relax. Alien Socks. Do you think Resident Evil 2 is coming to the Switch? I would hope so. We'll see. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of games. A lot of games in 2018 for the Switch that I won't be able to afford. That I can't afford. Fred Berg says, stop saying Oh, he deleted the message. Oh, no. Stop saying the PSVR is crap. PSVR is excellent and amazing experiences, but yes, Switch can't process VR. Next iteration, maybe. I will actually say PSVR is crap because this is my live stream, and I don't think PSVR is very good. I don't think VR is very good in general. So if you want me to be honest, I don't think VR is very good overall. I don't like VR. But no, I will say PSVR is crap because I don't think PSVR is very good. Now, is PlayStation 4 good? Absolutely. Is VR good for those who want to experience it? Absolutely. Is PSVR good for those who like PSVR? Absolutely. Do I have a problem with anybody going out and buying PSVR? Nope, not a single problem at all. Do I think PSVR is a good alternative and a good business decision by Sony in order to try something new? Absolutely. Do I still think PSVR is crap at the end of all that? Yes. The thing about me is that I'm an adult. I can say something's crap, but then be like, okay, I'm perfectly fine with it being around and other people enjoying that experience. That's the difference between like a fanboy and someone who's annoying, a troll, and someone who has logical explanations. This is my own opinion. So whatever I think about PSVR, that shouldn't affect what you like, and I'm happy that you like PSVR. Heck, I wish I liked PSVR, but I don't like PSVR, and I don't like VR in general. So that's the difference between an adult and an annoying troll on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sit here and tell you guys that I think PSVR is crap, but at the same time, it's great for those who want to experience it, and I'm happy that Sony's finding some success with PSVR. So, I mean, just make the separation, my guy. You don't have to say, don't say it. Just say, hey, you know what? You got your opinion. That's fine. If someone says Nintendo Switch is trash, I'm like, all right, they think Nintendo Switch is trash. That's fine. My experience with it is much better than your experience, and I'll give my reasonings. But, hey, it is what it is, man. No need to be upset. No need to be upset. If you love PSVR, more power to you, man. It's good. It's good. By the way, congrats on Zelda Breath of the Wild winning Game of the Year. Yeah, that's true. It did. Do you think Zelda 2 Link's Adventure should get a remaster? Absolutely. That'd be cool. If I had money to toss around, I'd get PSVR. Yeah, it's not too expensive for what you're getting, but it's just not good enough for me to buy. Have you played Shadow Hearts series on PS2, and what's your thoughts on them? I really love that series. I haven't played that series. I need to play it. Is it Hearthstone? Hearthstone? That card game or whatever? For Switch? We've heard rumors about that. Maybe that's going to come in the future. Yeah, it could bring Kinect to Switch. Absolutely. Like 1-2 Switches basically Kinect. So there you go. If Smash 4 comes to the Switch, do you think they add more music to the Midgar stage? I mean, potentially. Maybe, maybe not. Is it Muato says, I think PSVR is Sony's Kinect. It's nice. Sony is taking a risk, but now development is split between PSVR and PS4 games. Absolutely. That's definitely true. Sony is spending a lot of money on PSVR games. Like a lot of resource development time and budget on PSVR games. Heck, the PlayStation experience was literally almost all PSVR. So it is what it is, but Sony has so much third-party support they can do that. Tension 2002 says, OJ, which Kirby game is your favorite in at this point? I think Kirby on the Super Nintendo, like Superstar or whatever. That's like my favorite one. Yeah, that's true. Well, the Kinect on the Xbox 360 was way more successful than PSVR. But if you talk about Kinect on Xbox One, yeah, that was not successful. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, do appreciate the likes, guys. We're over 150. Do appreciate that. See if we can round out with 170. That'd be great if we can round out with 170 before the live stream goes off air here. So I got about another... Excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I have a little bit of cough out of nowhere. I wasn't coughing early this morning. Got about 10 more minutes of questions, guys. So if you want to get your question in, go ahead and let me know. T-Dude says, if Konami were to bring Castlevania on the Nintendo Switch, do you think they should also bring back Goemon, Legend of the Mystical Ninja? I don't know about Goemon, but yeah, Castlevania needs to come back. You think Nintendo will upgrade the Switch next year with a more powerful graphics chip? No. I think we're probably going to get like a new Nintendo Switch in 2 to 3 years, not next year. Next year's too soon. So yeah, I'd probably say like 2020, would you get a new Nintendo Switch? Trying to look through if I missed any of these questions here. Oh, Mark Bryant had a question and I missed it. Sorry, Mark. He says, or Deviator says, how do you stay so relaxed in such a salty industry now? Just worry about my community, worry about my games, worry about what I'm doing. Trust me, I used to be psycho, flip out on everything that people say and get all upset. I used to be like that, but like I said, I think once you turn 27, 28, when you are on your down half to 30, that's when you start really putting things in perspective. And then when you get into your 30s, you should get it by the time that you're 30. Like, you should get it and not participate in all the jabroniness. And like, sometimes I still have to hold myself back, especially from Twitter, from participating with jabronis. But you know, it is, and Toby's more like it. Shout outs to all the Tobys out there. So sometimes you have to just hold yourself back. Case Keenum, no, I'm joking. Keenan Parker says, OJ, what is your favorite game on the Nintendo Switch? Mine is Puyo Puyo Tetris. Whoa, Puyo Puyo Tetris is your favorite game? My favorite game is probably Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Switch Mini? I don't think there's going to be a Switch Mini. Sean Sweeney, Elite Ninja, says, what third-party studio that has not released anything on the Switch yet would you like to see release a game, like Activision or another studio? One that hasn't released a game yet. I need to know what studios haven't released a game yet. I'd probably say like Activision Blizzard. Like maybe we get like a Diablo, like Diablo 3 or Overwatch on the Switch. That'd be good. Ataki Teacher says, OJ, will Fire Emblem Switch have the same art style as Fates and Awakening? Yeah, I think it's going to look like the cutscenes from like Awakening and Fates. Liquid Metal says, PlayerEssence, OJ, will Runner 3 be your game of the year for 2018? I can't wait for the game to come out. I don't know if it's going to be my game of the year, but man, it's going to be up there for sure. Nicholas Romero says, Activision released Skylanders at the launch, but I mean, it's Skylanders. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Blizzard didn't release anything, so Blizzard. How about that? Blizzard, Diablo's Blizzard, Overwatch is Blizzard, so something from Blizzard. Thanks, man. Thank you, DJ Concept. I love all you guys too, man. Markel Hawthorne says, that 1996 hint you gave us, I think it's Resident Evil... Is that 7? Resident Evil 7 port, because why else would Capcom request Nintendo to increase the Switch's RAM to run the engine, to run its engine? Well, there's a couple reasons why Capcom released or said that. First of all, one, it's a good idea. Second of all, two, another reason why people tried to relate the increase in RAM to where it needs to be like the super high level game, high end game. Guys, there are games, okay, that aren't as high level as the next Resident Evil game or as the Resident Evil 7 engine that can benefit from having the type of RAM. Looking back, Nintendo, even if they don't request it, it was good. It was a good decision. Like Resident Evil Revelations on the Switch, that was good that they had more RAM to pull from, because they were able to make the resolutions higher. They were able to make the frame rates higher. They were able to do more with it because they had that, because they pulled over the PS4 and Xbox One versions straight from that, like straight from there. They were those versions of the game. So they even used the extra RAM on those games. A lot of people like to equate it to, oh, well, if it's not Resident Evil 7, that means they're not using it. They're not using the extra RAM, which is not true at all. The extra RAM is being used on a variety of different things. It makes development easier for a lot of developers. Maybe they have to do less optimizations. Maybe they're able to do a little bit more. Maybe they're able to eke out a little bit more when it comes to resolution or frame rates. Either way, it was a good idea. Even if Capcom didn't use it for the next Resident Evil game or the next Resident Evil engine game, it was a good idea regardless. But even then, games like Doom probably used it. Games like Wolfenstein 2 are probably thankful for the extra bit of RAM. So any way you slice it, it was, one, a good idea, and two, it's already being used. Heck, there's indie developers that told me that the extra RAM was good for them. You know, I'm not going to say which indie developers told me, but I'm guessing that you can guess what indie developers it was based on what they do in terms of graphically, what games that they, you know, that they have out there. So there's independent developers who make games nowhere near as good as, like, graphically as Resident Evil, that said it was a good idea that they put that in there, so that they put the extra RAM in there. So yeah, either way, it was a good idea, and Capcom's they've already been using it, you know. So, but I see what you're saying in terms of the Resident Evil engine getting that ported over, and why they wanted the extra RAM as far as what the minimum requirements might have been. So yeah. What's the function of the RAM? Look up what RAM does for a game, and you'll find out your answer there. Rocket League. What about Rocket League? Nicholas Romero. I can guarantee you Rocket League definitely use that extra RAM. I can guarantee you that. Nicholas Romero. I could see Activision release COD and Blizzard release something like the Hearthstone, or hopefully Overwatch. Who knows about EA? Yeah, who knows? Store data, instructions, transfer the same stuff to and from the CPU and GPU. There you go, Mark. There's more though. If you want to read online what it can do for games, there's been some good write-ups. It's not the be-all end-all, obviously, like the actual graphical chip that you're using, the processor. There's other things that make games go. RAM isn't everything, but it's obviously nice to have. OJ, gotta go. See you later, man. Take it easy, dude. Take it easy, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I got 3 more minutes, guys, so if you have any more questions, let's keep going. 3 more minutes. I'll try to answer as much as I can. Kazoka122 says, hey, OJ, in your opinion, which games do you think that Square Enix is going to bring back from the dead on the Nintendo Switch? Any old RPGs from the Super Nintendo days? Yeah, I think, let me see. I think Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is coming back. That's probably one, but that's not from the old dead days. So I think Illusion of Gaia has a chance to come back. Illusion of Gaia and like Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, not the remake. That's obviously coming back, but I think games like that. So Secret of Evermore, Secret of Mana, Illusion of Gaia, all of those games have a chance to come back, in my opinion, in some way, shape, or form. Macho Man 79 says, OJ, do you think more companies will use Panic Button to port games to the Switch? Seems like they know what they're doing. Yeah, definitely more games will use Panic Button. EA is gonna announce another lazy port of FIFA, probably. All right, yeah, dude, you're gotta get hit with that G tab, man. Sorry, dude. G tab for you, my guy. We need 4 more likes though, guys. Let's get to 4 more likes before this live stream ends. Do you think Sega will make a new Samba de Amigo on the Switch? I know the creator or somebody said that they want to make a new one, but I don't know if Sega's gonna do it. Final Fantasy VI Remake using Octopath graphics engine, or just using Octopath graphics, that would be dope. That would be absolutely dope. I would love that. Is it Bernhard Weiner? Game collections on the cartridge instead of virtual console. I think it's gonna be probably virtual console, right? Alien Socks. When is Dragon Quest Builders 2 coming here in the US? We don't even know when it's launching in Japan. It just has a 2018 release date, so We have no idea. Classic gamer. I think he's talking about Final Fantasy VI with Project Octopath graphics. Liquid Metal says, PlayerEssence, hey OJ, did you hear FIFA 18 on the Switch outsold PS4 version in Japan? Yeah, I actually did. And I think I talked about it at some point too. Case Keenum Parker says, OJ, have you played Outrun on the Genesis before? Yes, I've played Outrun. I think I played it in arcades too. Final question from T-Dude says, now that Sonic creator Yuji Naka is working with Square Enix, do you think we'll be working on, or he'll be working on a new project in the future? Yeah, he said look forward to his new game. So yeah, he already said look forward to his new game. You know, so he's already working on a new project. I mean, what else is he gonna do? It's gonna be a new game, right? It's obviously gonna be something. So he said look forward to his game. So he's gonna be working on something. OJ, keep up the good work. Thank you. I do appreciate that, man. I will definitely keep up the good work. Gwent. Oh no, nobody said Gwent. Had lots of fun playing that game when I was a kid. Yeah, it's a good game. OJ, any word from Hollow, the first-person shooter for the Switch? I don't know about Hollow. Oh, Hollow, that one game. Nothing yet, but we'll see. So yeah, we'll see. You love hockey games. All right, hockey games are cool. I used to play hockey games a lot as a kid. All right, guys, so thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and stop it right there. I do appreciate everyone who came out to the live stream. Had about a good hour and a half or so. Everything ran smoothly, so I'm really happy about that. Once again, we do have PE Arena today, 3:30 p.m. PT, 6:30 p.m. ET. If you want to get in on that action, go ahead and hit that sponsor button that you see right there above the chat, I think. Or you can go ahead and pledge on Patreon. Either way, that'll get you entered in. Just let me know. We'll get you into the Splatoon 2 PE Arena. Pretty much every single Tuesday we do have that here. So I do appreciate everyone who came out. Look forward to more content. Like I said, we got PE Arena. In addition to that, we also will have a PE news video tonight at 5:30 p.m. PT. So plenty of content for you guys. Make sure you check out my reaction video for the Nintendo Switch Attack on Titan 2 online multiplayer gameplay, and also my video where I talked about Metroid Prime and bounty hunting, in addition to some other stuff as well. So a lot of content for you guys today. Once again, sorry for yesterday being a little bit light, but today we're back in the full swing of things, and I'm feeling a lot better. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out.